Right folks, welcome to this exciting video where you once again join us in the beautiful agricultural landscape of Scotland. And for today's adventure we've come to look at an incredible piece of history that we've never seen before on the channel. And it's just random that we came up this little side road here through the wild lands of Scotland, and we looked up and we could see this tower standing up within the forest. So let's get into this adventure and go and see what is here from a piece of history, and let's go and see basically what it's all about. It looked like some incredible massive stone tower about 5 stories high standing within this tree line, and we just love exploring history that we've never seen before and uncovering the layers of history along the way, painting a picture of what went on back at an ancient time. Wow, we're getting nearer the trees here folks, and we can see the stone outline. And this is basically called Kirktonhill Tower here, and it's kind of located in the Mearns. That's what I think this district is. And look at this view behind us. Wow. I do have the windsock on for this adventure folks, because there is a bit of a breeze up here on the hill. And yeah, because it's stubble in the field, it makes it perfect for this opportunity, like a perfect opportunity for this adventure. Before obviously things get reseeded, we would have to come another crazy route. The forest looks so overgrown at this time of year, at the tail end of the summertime. And wow, let's head on in folks. Look at this folks, I'm coming under this historical piece of barbed wire. Look at it, we've made it to the side of the tower. This is absolutely incredible scenes here on the channel. Just check this out. Look at this stone construction standing in the forest. Unseen and undocumented on the channel. And we've made it up that extreme hill. Wow, this is so overgrown. It's just wild up here. Things like this, they're often so far out of the mainstream tourist routes. They're just standing, putting up wee storm after storm. It looks like it's in great condition. It looks like it was probably built in the 1900s, I would say, from what I'm seeing of the stone construction. Wow, look, these nettles are higher than head height. Wow, we've come a total mad route to this place folks. But yeah, look at it. Looks like it's got some mad like copper guttering and stuff on it. Yeah, I love when you see something like that, you're out for a drive, you don't even know what direction you're going, but it's just like spontaneous. You take a turn and then before you know it, you're witnessing history that you've never seen before. To see the stonework on a thing like that, wow, it's just amazing. It's in great condition. Even the front door and stuff looks proper. Look, there's some marks on the front door as if somebody's been hitting it. Check it out folks. Look, the front door's been getting hit. Somebody's been trying to break their way into the structure, and that's a sad thing when folk try and like vandalise things or destroy things. It's obviously a private estate building, and we obviously come with a respect to that, and all we try and do on this channel is document as many things we've not seen within these lands. When things are this far out of the way, it's just crazy. You can see how overgrown all the forests and stuff are still. The tail end of summer, like I said earlier in the video, in a few months it's coming right into exploring season, and finding more places like this becomes possible, because areas like that you can just head straight through. But at the tail end of summer you do actually still get ticks and stuff like that in the grass, so you have to be super careful. You're normally okay if you're nearer like the coastal direction, because they don't seem to go near the sea air. But yeah, this is kind of a good few mile in from the coast, so I'm not wanting to risk it too much for sure. Yeah, look at it from here. It's just a mad, massive tower, and it's so cool to come here today on the video and document something that we've never seen. It's got that Harlan on it, which is, it's probably built in the 1900s, I would say. It's got that style of construction, which would probably be in like the 1920s or whatever. Yeah, it's got the other proper cut sandstone. Maybe there's even been an older tower here at a certain time, and then it's been upgraded and made decent again at a certain time. The gutters and stuff just look absolutely brand new. Wow, that's been super cool. Sometimes with a short video like this, it's just a chance to see a wee corner of Scotland that we've never seen before. And it's always something different on this channel. We document history from all times, all the way from wartime history to things like this, built as a bit of a tower or a monument on the land. And like I say as well, it's almost things that you just wouldn't see if you're on the mainstream tourist routes or the main roads. This is literally up this little side kind of track in the countryside. And yeah, it just looks so cool. It'd be amazing to go up and have a look, maybe on the top. I'm not sure if there's like a balcony or a veranda up there. Imagine sitting up there looking at the stars. See, that's actually something, some estates used to build a thing like this so they could actually look at the stars. That's what we've seen at places like Kirktonhill Tower and that near Newtile. They were built as an observatory, and then Kinnordy Estate has got the tower at the walled garden as well, which was built as an observatory. And this almost has that vibe. It's like an old estate observatory here on the hill. Maybe at nights the old laird or that used to come up here and chill out with a telescope. It looks like there's some roads here lead through the forest, and often estates used to have things as well around, like follies. So the laird and lady back in the day would go around their estate maybe for a walk or on horseback, and they would have little places they could take a break or have a rest. And quite often they were built to a high standard with magnificent stone carving and masonry. And yeah, it's interesting here. This must still be an estate that's cared for and maintained, and I can see the paths leading all around, but I didn't actually see a way in where we parked down there, so I'm not sure if these paths kind of lead that direction, which would be up in the Mearns Valley towards like the Cairn Mount and places like that. And then down this way, St Cyrus and that is over at that side. You may have seen in the last video, World War II Chainholme Low Radar Site. Who would have known today? An ancient tower. And I can actually see there's a railing around the top, and that makes me think there would be a way onto the roof if you could get inside. So there we are, folks. It's been a short little adventure, but to see a tower or something like that we've never seen and never documented before, that's what we're all about on this channel. And the adventure to get into places like this, to see things like that, that is what it's all about. We'll often visit and see the wildest corners of Scotland, and on a day like today we're kind of dodging. There's some dodgy weather up the glens, the sky's proper dark and the weather's ferocious. Down here at this lower land, the wind is really picking up. We're at the top of a lowland hill. Wow, fighting our way through these fallen trees. Look, there's a farmer. I hope he's not angry at my car being parked down there. This is where we came in. Check out, folks, a little hole in a hedge. Underneath this ancient piece of barbed wire. It's the realest of adventures on the channel, folks. And yeah, I'm just checking now that I don't have any beasties on me. You can know how it is on these adventures. There's all madnesses, spiders and crazy critters. Just look at this, eh? It's special to see that. If we hadn't come to see that incredible old tower, we never would have seen this amazing view. And wow, some of these trees are massive. It's strange how the forest is shaped like this here. You would think it would be just the straight edge of the field. Look at this, folks. This is why there's a strange hole here. Well, this is why I was saying it's strange the field isn't straight here, but this is why there's a massive quarry hole. So you have to think, was that tower quarried from this hole here? Yeah, look, there's loads of old scrap and old farm debris up here. Wow, once again we're stepping back in time. And look, this old tree, the old beech tree, probably if it could talk it would tell a story or two. Look at this, there's a bonnet and stuff here off a vehicle. Yeah, folks, it's got the mesh and stuff, probably a bonnet vent or whatever. Look, it's got an earth strap. And then check out this, there's old historical items. I have to watch because this could be super deep under my feet. This has obviously been a big quarry here. Wow, it's amazing to see, and it's another piece of that historical puzzle in this area. Just imagine maybe some of these houses and stuff were built from this quarry, or maybe even that tower that we just visited. Look, it's almost like a shape here in the stones. Look, little circles. Look, there's a mirror. Is that an old vintage car mirror, or look, it's maybe just an old house mirror. Whoa, the whole thing's flexing. Looks like there's been tin. Look, there's pebbles and stuff just stuck inside that tree when it's growing. Wow, this has been massive. Look, there's been somebody with a tree house or something here as well. Maybe back in the 60s or the 70s. Look, there's even bits of house wiring. Often farms always had a midden, and that was the area that was like a dump. And look, you can see how it is the bedrock seam here, the solid rock. And look at an old tree swing or whatever, potentially. See, maybe they've had a bit of a den or a play area here. It must have been the farmer though, because nobody would have carried a couch up here. Yeah, a proper big old abandoned tree house, which I'm thinking looks like it's been there for many, many years. Probably feel like the 60s or the 70s. And then yeah, it just keeps on leading on. It's been quite a long, deep quarry, and it is interesting to see that, and how it's here in the land of all places. At the top edge of the field, it's maybe where they had a decent rock seam to get some good quality rock. That's actually massive chunks of concrete. See, there may even have been more here at a certain time that's been demolished, because it almost looks like there's remains of like a farm croft or whatever within that ditch, but it looks like it just continues on. Here, this could be a massive quarry here in this area. We're often theorising the history with what we can see from this day, and you can just imagine often how it was back all those years ago. You start to uncover the layers in the land. Yeah, look, there's been a road leading in there, and it looks like there's a gate down there, so I'm not sure if there's been another road down roughly to where I'm parked. So that was just incredible to explore such an interesting big tower laid within such magical landscapes. But like always on these adventures, if things aren't open, we never force our way in. So we're documenting what we could see here today, and it's a piece of history that we had never visited before, never documented, and I'm always amazed that we can just keep on finding new things each week, new adventures to be had. And when we find that history, we're always just so hyped. It's so cool exploring these places, and yeah, I've said it many times, folks, but it's abandoned Scotland at its finest in these areas. Check it out, folks, there's actually a dead fox down here, and that is the harsh nature here in Scotland. It's not only the abandoned history, it's the wildlife within it. Right, folks, that's us just about back to the car, so I'm going to end this video here. It was so cool to see what we've seen today on this video and explore another wee corner of Scotland. Anyway, I'm ending it here. Thanks very much for watching. Goodbye from me, goodbye from Highlander 87, and we'll see you very soon in the next adventure, wherever we end up going.